You all read the title, so you know what this is about. We are starting Nofap now on this journey. This is nothing new in the self-improvement community, as many of you probably know. But still, I'll explain it so that if you're ultra noob, you will still know what it means. It basically means don't satisfy the hot dog. Man, there's a lot of ways to say that, but I thought that would sound funnier than it did. It means don't stroke your dong. Especially not to those adult movies that we all know about. Or not me, of course, but I've heard rumors throughout the years, histories. You know, don't watch porn and don't stroke your dong. That's all it is. Why do you do this? Well, it has a lot to do with dopamine. So for those who don't know, I'm not a scientist. I've watched a lot of nofap videos before, so I know this. I semi-know how dopamine works. Basically, dopamine is what makes you motivated to do things. A simple way to explain it was through an experiment they did on, I think it was either rats or mice. What they did was to take away all the dopamine from this rat, and they put cheese in front of it, or some kind of food to keep it alive, and they took all the dopamine away, and it starved to death because it was not motivated at all. So what does this have to do with stroking your willy? Well, basically it means that when you release, you also release a lot of dopamine. I mean, really much dopamine. Why is that? Well, it is because you trick your brain into believing that you are mating with somebody. Sounds kind of weird, but that's how it is. Your brain can't tell the difference from a napkin that you're releasing to, or your future wife or whatever, husband, who knows. And that is what's dangerous about it. You know how men are really depressed nowadays, especially young men. Many people point to lack of masculinity and things like that. And a part of it, a very big part of it, is that, well, the pee industry, I don't wanna say that word, I don't know, I don't know shit about YouTube rules and shit. I thought somebody entered the gym. I've been in the gym in every single video for a while now. It's not because I'm a gym rat all of a sudden. More so, it's peace and quiet in here, so I can record whenever I want. That's all it is. Basically, doing nofap will help you preserve dopamine, and dopamine will make you do great fucking things. Like going to the gym, or like doing your homework, whatever. It sounds lame, but doing work overall. I've recently graduated from school, which means now I can work on my passions. I will talk a lot about my passions in another video. Has a lot to do with writing and things like that, creating scripts, making movies. I've never been so into these passions as I am now. And fairly recently I started doing nofap, so I can't say that it has made a difference yet. But I've tried it before, a long time ago, and I made it like a few weeks, maybe a month, and I wouldn't say it wasn't like I actually failed. Like, it was worse than just releasing one time. I forgot it. I was so into schoolwork, I didn't sleep at night. You know, I've talked a little bit about how school was for me in the end. And basically just escaped my mind after a while. Now though, it won't. Yeah, I'm not the best one at motivating you to do this nofap thing. So watch other people if you want to learn more about it. You should come here if you're ready to do it with me, because this is barely like they... I have no idea. I may have done it for a week already now when I think about it. Shit. Ah, impressive. I'm in a bit of a different situation to most of us though. Not to brag or anything, but I do have a girlfriend. Which means I will still do the diddy-doo-doo, but with her. Which is much better. I don't mean for this to sound awkward, I won't go into details. But I can tell you, when I last did this, I stopped releasing by myself. When you did it together, it was so much better. Like, not even that doing it yourself is better than doing it with somebody else and then I forgot what it felt like. No. I mean, when I stopped releasing by myself, I started to think of it as something you do with somebody else, which it should be. And it was a different kind of experience. And I felt it once already since I started. And the improvement is crazy, man. Now, if you're single, I understand. Or no, I don't. It must be a lot harder. A lot fucking harder. And I've heard ways you can kind of semi-do it, you know? Many people take this a tad too seriously, I'd say. Which is that you should count days and tell everyone when you're on day 50 and then 100. But what happens when you do it once at day 300? You are not starting over from day 1 again, because you will be too fucking sad and depressed. Stop doing that. Do what, I think Hamza said this. I thought of it first actually. He didn't even have to tell me because I'm so special. Basically, quit thinking of it as some streak. Like day streaks, you know? Stop thinking about it as I did 50 days in a row. Well, you'll fail someday. You should think of it as exercise, basically. Let's say during a month you average at like 10 JOs, you know, per month. Well, next month, do it 9 times. Month after, just 8 times. And after a while, you'll start to grow away from it. That's how you should do it. Get rid of it slowly. Replace it with other things. Go out, meet girls or boys, whatever you're into. Find your purpose, man. That's crazy important. Don't get panicked though, because I'm lucky. I found my purpose rather quickly. I'm 19 years old, so I've heard a lot of people in this age shouldn't even have to find their purpose yet. But I'm here to tell you, it wouldn't hurt to find it as quick as possible. Go do your thing, have fun. But man, if you need to drink and shit and stuff like that, distractions, if that's your idea of fun, you need to get a purpose, man. I hope it didn't get too messy in this video. Basically, all I've told you is that we are starting Nofap together now. I have a crazy new tactic to make it, but I need to test it out first. It has worked for a week, as I told you, which is an improvement for me. Too much information. I have a crazy new tactic. I will tell you about it when I'm sure it works. But until then, keep on fighting, brothers. And together we shall reach the good ending. Goodbye.